Hello, hello. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the seated posture sequence for our live classes this March. You might recognize some of the postures from February. We're continuing on with Janu Sirsasana, so head to knee pose. But we're going to be doing more of a side bend version and a bit more of an open kind of version. All right. So if you find it difficult to sit up tall, meaning in the center of your sitting bones or in a place where the lumbar, the lower curve of your spine can exist, then I suggest sitting up on a firm cushion or a folded blanket. If you don't, you'll find it really difficult to kind of access the full range of these postures, and it'll put a certain amount of strain or constriction not only on your back, but on your breath. And what we want is ease of breath. Okay, so if you start in a wide leg position, pretty modest, we're going to take our left foot to the inside of our right inner thigh. Okay? And then we're flexing our right toes. And unlike last month where we did a kind of twisting version of Janu Sirsasana, we're going to do a side bending version. So we're actually going to let our pelvis and our right sitting bone kind of open up a little bit. And we're going to slide our right hand down the inside of the leg. And then from here, you have a couple options for your other hand. You could bring it to your ribs. You could bring it into a half bind behind your back. You could bring it to the back of your head. You could also bring it to the opposite side of your head. I really like this one because then you can kind of let the weight of the head drop into the palm, and that kind of allows the top ribs to open a little bit more. So you choose what you like, but the main thing we're looking at is to find a gentle rotation of the chest open, rather than close towards the leg, open. Maybe you might look up towards the ceiling. And we'll take 2 more slow breaths here. I'll give you my sitting bones nice and weighted down. And I'm going to rise all the way up. And we're going to slide our left leg forward, bend the right knee, sole of the foot to the mat, and you could stay with your foot on this side of your left leg, or you could cross it over. We're going to take Ardha Matsyendrasana. So half-loaded fish pose. And so I'm going to hook my left elbow around my right knee. I'm going to push my left foot forward and allow myself to twist to the right. So I'm not holding my pelvis kind of locked in. I'm letting my pelvis move. And then maybe sort of finishing the spiral through my gaze. So it doesn't end at my chest. It goes all the way up through the crown of the head. Let's have a couple of slow breaths here. And maybe even allowing the chest to soften towards the knee before unwinding. We take the other side, so a wide-legged stance, right foot to the left inner thigh, and let your pelvis open up a bit so you could scooch that left sitting bone forward a bit. And then slide the left hand down. Choose a place for your right arm, could be ribs, a bind, back of the head, or the opposite side of your head, which I really enjoy. And rotating gently. And the way that I'm rotating my ribs open is by pressing down through the earth. Letting that bottom shoulder melt away from my ear. Continuing to root my right sitting bone. And then from the pelvis all the way up to the head, I unfurl. So down to rise up. We slide our right leg forward, bend the left knee, and keep it on the same side or cross it over. It'll depend on how restricting it feels, and I have a sense that you'll know which one feels more spacious or more appropriate for you at any given moment. And so now we're going to take a twist to the left, but I'm not going to keep my pelvis fixed. I'm going to push through my right foot and really allow my pelvis to move a little bit in the direction of my spine. By letting the pelvis move a little bit, we sort of allow for the sacrum, for the lumbar spine to have space so that we're not over efforting around it or causing any kind of joint pain there. And so maybe breathing into your back ribs, maybe allowing the chest to be a bit softer here. And then from the sitting bones, we revolve back to center. Final movement we're going to take here. You can hold on to either the outsides of your feet or your big toes. You could also take boat pose Navasana if you don't want to try this. Okay, and you're going to balance on your two sitting bones and start to extend your legs out and wide. I'm just trying to experience for a moment a sense of floating. Easy breath. Negotiating balance. And then bring it back in. Give yourself a hug. Rest your forehead to your knees. And then from here, take a minute or two to rest on your back. Notice your breath. Okay, so do let me know if you have any questions. See how it feels to combine the warm-up video with the standing sequence and then also this sitting sequence. And you've got for yourself your own little mini practice that you can do anytime you like in between live classes. So I look forward to seeing you in class, and do let me know if you have any questions at all. All right, take care.